Greetings, children. Welcome to day 2. Today, we're going to be talking about section 6.8 and 6.9, finding the median and the mode. So, yesterday we talked about the mean. It's one of 3 of our measures of central tendency. Now, your book doesn't mention the word central tendency, but that's what it is. So, the main difference when you're finding the median and the mode is that you need to rearrange your statistics. When you're finding the mean, you just add them up, and then you count them and you divide. However, when you're finding the median and the mode, it's important that your statistics are in order. So, our first step to finding the median is to rearrange the statistics. So let's say we had a group of statistics, and we're going to use the example that's in our book, example 6.8a, and the statistics it gives us are as follows. We have 12, 9, 17, 14, 11, 12, and 3. Okay, so there's our group of statistics. You can see, right now they're not in order, so our first step when you're finding the median is to order the statistics. Okay, so we put them in order. So first we'll have 3, then 9, and then 11, and then 12, and then another 12, and then 14, and then 17. So now that they're in order, now we can easily find the median. So to find the median, our second step is to find the middle term. Just like the word median means middle, if you've ever heard the strip in the middle of the road called the median strip, it's the same thing here. So find the middle term. So here, if we count from both sides, so for example here we would go, so there's 7 terms here, so it would be the 4th one from either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So our middle term is 12. So if there's just one term in the middle like this, which means that there's an odd number of statistics, then that's your median. And we're done finding the median. Okay? So let's take a look at another example where there's an even number of statistics, and that's going to be example 6.8b in your book. So let's write down those numbers. They have 13, 6, 8, 4, 17, and 12. Once again, we're going to order the statistics, so 4, 6, and then 8, and then 12, and then 13, and 17. But notice when we try to find the middle term, there isn't one. So if you go counting in, there's no term in the middle because there's an even number of statistics. So then we find the middle terms. So both of these are what we need. So 8 and 12. And then we have an extra step. So if there's 2 middle terms, meaning that there isn't just one term in the middle. There's an even number of statistics. So here you can see there's 2, 4, 6. So we'll take the two terms from the middle, 3 from this side, 3 from this side. So we get 8 and 12. And now we have to average them. Okay, so just like we learned about yesterday with the mean is an average, we're doing the same thing here. Except it's going to be usually pretty easy to average these. Here we're going to take 12 plus 8, add them together. And since you're only going to be doing this with two terms, you'll always just divide that number by 2. So here, our median is 10. Now you'll notice in our original statistics, there was no 10. So it doesn't have to be one of the numbers that we started with. The median is just the middle number or the average of the two middle numbers. Okay? So there's how to find the median. We looked at one with an odd number of statistics. It's just the middle number once you rearrange the terms. And then one with an even number of statistics right here. And that's after you rearrange the terms, it's the two middle numbers and then average them. So make sure to take that extra step. Now, let's talk about 6.9. 6.9 is the mode. So if you turn in your books to page 217, there's some information about the mode. So let's take a look at that. So it says the mode is the number that occurs most frequently in a group of statistics. So it's the number that occurs the most. And then it gives us some caveats here, some things to look out for. It says if all the numbers occur the same number of times, then there is no mode. So let's look at a few examples. Let's say we had the group of statistics 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Well, here the mode is 1 because 1 occurs more than any other number. There's 2 1s, there's 1 of all the others. Okay? So that's an example where we have a mode and we only have one mode. Now it's possible that there will be more than one mode. So your book talks about 2 different examples. Bimodal means that there's 2 modes, just like bicycle means that there's 2 wheels. So let's look at an example with that. Let's say we had 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. Here we actually have 2 modes. We have 1 and 3. 1 occurs more than 2, 3 occurs more than 2. They both occur the same number of times. So that means we have 2 modes, so this group of numbers will be considered bimodal. And then multimodal means you have multiple modes, more than 2. So for example, let's say we had 1, and then 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Well, all of these 2, 3, and 4 would be modes. 1 is not a mode because 1 only occurs once. The other ones each occur more than once. Now, if we had an example, let's just reuse this one, where now 3 is 3 times. Well, 1 is no longer a mode because 3 occurs more than 1. So this one would just have one mode again. This would just be 3. If everything occurs the same number of times, then there's also no mode. So if you just had 1, 2, 3, and 4, no mode. Because nothing occurs more than anything else. If you had 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, everything occurs twice. So that means there's no mode. So finding the mode, pretty straightforward. You're just finding the number that occurs the most often in a group of statistics. You can have more than one mode. You could possibly have no mode. So, when you're analyzing these statistics, make sure that you put them in order if it's not already in order. Now, for the mode, you don't have to put them in order. The median, it's kind of necessary. But for the mode, you don't have to put them in order, but a lot of times it helps to put them in order. That way you can see how many times each number occurs, and if any numbers occur more than once. Remember, if you have any questions, contact me through text, email, or through a call. Thanks. Have a great day. See y'all later.